Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another dupe video for you and I'm very excited about this one because I have finally found a brand that duped the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadows, and this is the Holika Holika Metal Eye Glitter, and these are also liquid eyeshadows. These are from a Korean brand and they are made in Korea, and they are so much cheaper and just as beautiful as the Stila ones. And I've been waiting a long time for someone to dupe these Stila liquid eyeshadows because they are just so pricey to collect all of them. So Holika Holika is a Korean brand and this retails for about $9 on YesStyle, and you should be able to find them on different Korean beauty websites. They just released these, so they are relatively new in the market, but they will soon populate more sites and stores. The Stila ones are $24 and you can find them on the Stila Cosmetics website or on Sephora. So this is what the packaging of the Holika Holika Metal Eye Glitters look like. It comes in this clear plastic tube with a pink cap, and it is literally magic inside, just as the cap says. And on the back of the cap are some details in Korean, and you get 3.5 grams of product or 0.12 ounces of product in the Holika Holika ones. The Stila ones do have slightly more product, 4.5 mils or 0.153 fluid ounces, but considering the price point, you really are not losing out much. So the shade names are also on the back of the cap, and there is like the manufacturing date and expiry date on the tube, and it is roughly about 2 years till it expires, but on the cap it does say 6 months from opening. So at the moment the Holika Holika ones are only available in 4 neutral shades, so they are very versatile and easy to pair with, while the Stila ones have like 11 or more shades available and some exclusives that they released in the past. So Stila does have a wider variety of shades to choose from, including purples and blacks and some darker colors. And just like the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows, these Holika Holika ones do have a paddle foot applicator. And now I'm going to show you some swatches. So the first shade is called Stella Dust, and this is like a light champagne, and this has some chunky silver glitters as well as smaller silver glitters in it, and some light champagne glitter in it as well. It applies slightly sheer, but you can see it is packed full of glitter and it is very shimmery. And of course you can layer these up to build up the base pigmentation. Next we have Rose Burst, and this is like a rose gold or a light pink shade with chunky silver glitters as well, and some smaller silver glitters and pink glitters. Again, this is a bit on the sheerer side, but you can layer it up to build up the base color and intensify the pigmentation of it as well as the shimmer. The third shade is called Burnt Orange, and this is like a penny copper shade. It is a lot more pigmented as compared to the previous two ones, but it still has those chunky silver glitter for an extremely glittery effect, and so it has those smaller silver glitters as well as a coppery glitter. The last shade is called Firework, and this is like a reddish orange kind of shade. It has chunky silver glitters as well, but not as dense and intense as the other 3 shades, but it does have a more pigmented base, so the color shows up more intensely as compared to the first 2. So I do not own all the Stila liquid eyeshadows, but I did find like 2 dupes in my collection. And so the first one that I duped with Stella Dust, which is the first shade in the Holika Holika range, And the closest shade that I found in the Stila one is Kitten Karma. So Kitten Karma is a champagne with silver and copper sparkle, and it did apply with like a more pigmented base as compared to Stella Dust. Kitten Karma also has that chunky silver glitter and a very shimmery silver and coppery base, just like Stella Dust, but I do think that Stella Dust has more chunky glitters, so it will be more sparkly on the eyes or wherever you use it on. Since Stella Dust has a sheerer base, you can use it as an eyeshadow topper without affecting the base color as much. And the next dupe would be the Holika Holika Rose Burst, which dupes Stila's Rose Gold Retro. So Rose Gold Retro is a rose gold with silver sparkles, and again the Stila one has a more pigmented base. It has that chunky silver glitter as well, but it is not as dense as the Holika Holika one. So Holika Holika will definitely give you more sparkle and shine when you use it, and you can also layer this Holika Holika one for a more pigmented base, and if you layer it you get more sparkles. Okay, so now I'm going to do a smudge test. So this is Holika Holika and this is Stila. Holika Holika and Stila, and these two are Holika Holika. So I'm going to try and rub these swatches to see how much they smudge. So the Holika Holika ones do not seem to have the base color moving, but the glitter definitely falls out if you smudge it. And that is the residue on my finger. And the Stila ones also moves the glitter, but the base color still more or less remains there. It has faded slightly, but that is the results. So as you can see, the Holika Holika one definitely had more glitter as compared to the Stila one. So the glitter on these two Holika Holika ones also move just as expected, but the base color smudges only slightly and it didn't really fade much. Both the Holika Holika and Stila liquid eyeshadows are not waterproof, so just rinsing them underwater, I managed to clean off the swatches completely and there is no glitter residue or color residue left on my arm. And now I'm going to be comparing both of them on my eyes to see how they apply and perform. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to be using Rose Burst, and this is the Holika Holika one on my left eye, which is your right side, and the Stila one in Rose Gold Retro on this eye. So I just applied these directly on top of my eyeliner and I smudged it out a bit with a brush. So this is how they look, and as you can see, the Stila side is more pigmented in terms of the base color, while the Holika Holika side is more sheer but it has more glitter in it, so it is more sparkly. So depending on what kind of effect you like, you might choose one over the other. Both can work great as cut crease shadows, and if you want a more pigmented base, you can go with the Stila ones, or if you want something more glittery, you can go with the Holika Holika ones. You can even layer the Holika Holika ones over a more pigmented base eyeshadow, so you get the same effect as using the Stila ones. So it's really how you want to use it. And so now I'm going to use Stella Dust and Kitten Karma on my lower lash line, because that is how like the Korean beauty editorial did the makeup look for the Holika Holika liquid eyeshadows, and I just want to replicate that look because it's so pretty. But my eye shape is so different from the model's eye shape, so I really do not know how this is going to turn out. And there you go. Again, Stila's Kitten Karma is more pigmented in terms of the base color, while Holika Holika one's more sheer, but it has a lot more glitter in it. So The difference in sparkle might not be too obvious, but if you are like a glitter fan and you just want more glitter, then go for the Holika Holika ones. So I don't think my eyelids are the best testers for eyeshadows because they do not have any folds or creases except for where I've put my eyeliner on. So I've never had any problems with eyeshadows creasing, fading, or like migrating upwards or whatnot because I simply do not have anything interrupting with my eyeshadows. So I can't tell you much about how they wear or performance wise, but if you've looked through reviews on the Stila ones, they are highly rated and well loved, and I think these Holika Holika ones are clear dupes for the Stila ones, and I do prefer the Holika Holika ones for my eye shape, for monolids, because they have much more glitter in them, and that in turn brightens up the eyes and makes them look wider and more open in return as compared to the Stila ones, but they both achieve the same kind of effect. So really, for $9 and this much product, this is hard to pass on. I highly recommend these, and you should definitely check them out if you love glitter. And if you've been looking for a Stila liquid eyeshadow dupe, this is a winner. So I really hope that Holika Holika releases more shades in future because these are so pretty, and I really like the way that they did their beauty editorial look. And I'll insert a screenshot over here so that you can see what I'm talking about. It's really nice, and I usually do not like Korean beauty trends, but I do think that is a very nice and natural look, and that is a very like wearable look for a glitter liquid eyeshadow. Alright, so that is the end of my video and my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do let me know what you think in the comments below so that I can check it out and reply to you guys. And thanks for tuning in with me. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye bye!